All right, today we're diving into something really personal, a journey that so many of us feel but can have a hard time putting into words. We're going to break down the 5 stages of a spiritual awakening. I mean, have you ever actually felt that sudden jolt, like you're waking up from a long dream, and suddenly everything, yourself, the world, it all just looks different? That feeling right there is where this whole journey kicks off. But before we get into the stages, we have to get one thing straight. This is not a simple step-by-step checklist. Think of it less like a ladder you climb and more like a DNA spiral. You might circle back to old stages, you might jump ahead. Your path is going to be completely unique to you.
So, let's start at the beginning, at stage 1. This is a place a lot of us spend time in without even knowing we're there.
In this stage, the ego is basically running the show. There's really no space between who you think you are and your thoughts and feelings. It's like your thoughts aren't just thoughts, they are you. Your anger isn't just a fleeting emotion, it defines your reality in that moment. When you're in this state, life really feels like it's just happening to you, right? You're a passenger, not the driver. It's why you might feel super defensive or angry all the time because your story, your ego, feels like it's constantly being attacked. And you're not really seeing other people clearly, you're just seeing them through the filter of your own baggage. All right, now for the part that can feel like a total earthquake. This next stage is tough, for sure, but it is the absolute turning point where everything starts to change. Okay, let's be super clear here. We're not talking about a physical death, not at all. It's the death of the story you've been telling yourself. All those labels, your job title, your age, your beliefs about yourself. It's like they're being erased. And yeah, it can feel terrifying and empty, but it's also creating this wide open space for something totally new to grow. And this is where something really cool starts to happen. As that ego self, that constructed story starts to crumble, you become aware of something else, the observer self. This is that quiet, still part of you that just witnesses everything without getting caught up in the drama. It's this mind-blowing moment where you realize, wait a minute, I'm not my thoughts. I'm the one watching my thoughts. So, after everything kind of falls apart, what's next? Well, the rebuilding starts. Once that old identity is gone, you kick off this active, passionate quest for something real. You've got this empty space, right? And this incredible, powerful urge to figure things out. This stage is a full-on, heartfelt search for truth. You're driven by these huge questions that just won't leave you alone. Who am I, really? What's my purpose? What is all this for? And this isn't a passive thing either. You become a spiritual detective. You're reading every book you can get your hands on. You're looking for teachers. You're maybe trying meditation for the first time. It's not just about learning stuff. It's about this deep inner need to connect with something bigger. So, what happens when all that searching starts to pay off? Well, something amazing begins to happen. The real you, your authentic self, starts to push its way to the surface. It's almost like you're coming home to the person you were as a kid, before the world told you who you were supposed to be. The masks start to fall off, and trying to pretend, to fit in, to be someone you're not, it just becomes exhausting. It actually starts to feel painful. And as you become more real, your life starts to realign itself. Those relationships that were built on the old you, the ones that feel draining or fake, they just start to dissolve. And so do the jobs, the hobbies, the things you used to do that just don't fit anymore. It's like a cosmic spring cleaning, making room for what's next. Now, this part can feel like your whole life is getting a renovation, and it can be messy. You might quit your job or end a long-term relationship. Old hurts from the past might bubble up, asking to finally be healed. You might even experience weird stuff, what some people call ascension symptoms, like your intuition is suddenly on fire or you're having incredibly vivid dreams. Your whole being is recalibrating. And all of this leads us to the final stage. But listen, it's not some perfect finish line where all your problems disappear. It's more like a whole new way of living, a life of harmony. This is what we call alignment. It's when all the different parts of you, your mind, your body, your soul, finally start working together, in sync with the world around you. There's a sense of flow. And this harmony, it really radiates outwards. It starts with you, being able to love and accept yourself, flaws and all. Then it flows out to other people. You can see them with more compassion and forgiveness. And finally, it expands to everything. You just feel this deep connection to nature, to the world, to everything.
But here's the most important part, and I really want you to hear this. Alignment is not about being happy and positive all the time. It's about being able to look at the darkness, the pain, the tough stuff in yourself and in the world, and hold it with compassion and understanding. It's about embracing the whole messy, beautiful experience. So, as we wrap this up, the big question really comes back to you. Remembering that it's a spiral, not a straight line. Where do you feel you are right now on this incredible journey?